On this video we're taking a look at our MLB team and total picks for the games that are happening on Saturday, April 9, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Our first pick is St. Louis Cardinals, and here is why. Pittsburgh struggled last season despite some talent sprinkled throughout the roster, and it appears that it could be a long season yet again after the opener. The Pirates out-hit the Cardinals but were unable to make any of them count, while 2 errors in the field definitely set them back on the defensive side of things. Last year, the Pirates went 61-101, finishing 5th in the NL Central, and their struggles against St. Louis don't exuberate much confidence in this one. Adding in that the Pirates were a dismal 24-57 on the road this season, it seems like they could have their work cut out for them to come away with a win on Saturday. Tyler O'Neill had a monster game on opening day, getting the season off to a great start with a home run, 5 RBIs, as well as adding a single and a walk. O'Neill took a big step forward in 2021, posting a huge .912 ops and swatting 34 bombs. He appears to have picked up right where he left off, ready to continue his breakout and cement himself as one of the better hitters in the game. Adam Wainwright was dominant, continuing to defy the laws of aging with a stellar 6-inning performance that saw him allow just 5 hits and no walks while striking out 6. And our second pick is over the total. And here is why. Carrying a total team peril that is less than some superstar players earn individually, and coming off a 2021 season that saw them lose 101 games, hopes aren't that high for the Pirates, but no one wants to kick things off by losing 9-0 on opening day. Nothing went right for Pittsburgh. Their offense couldn't get anything going against Wainwright or the bullpen. Their staff couldn't keep the Cardinals' bats under wraps, with JT Brubaker unable to make it into the 4th inning and Aaron Fletcher getting rocked out of the bullpen. St. Louis didn't swing the bats incredibly well in the opener, but their defense and pitching were spot on, both of which are expected to be the case for much of the season. The Cardinals went 90-72 in 2021, and against the Pirates, they were dominant as they look to replicate that success this season and appear to be on their way to doing so. St. Louis also went 45-36 at home last year, and Saturday seems like the perfect opportunity for them to have a great crowd and grab a series win as they aim for an NL Central title when things are all said and done in the fall. Chicago Cubs vs Milwaukee Brewers. Our first pick is Milwaukee for the win. And here is why. The Milwaukee Brewers will be looking to rebound from a 5-4 loss to start the year at the hands of the Cubs in the season opener. Lorenzo Cain led the charge with a double and 2 RBIs, while Willie Adames had a pair of hits with a double and an RBI. Christian Yelich added an RBI of his own to cap off the scoring for the Brew Crew in the win, while Andrew McCutchen and Victor Caratini each had a double, with McCutchen adding a pair of hits, while Rowdy Tellez had 2 hits of his own, and Hunter Renfroe added a base hit as well in the loss. Corbin Burnes allowed 3 earned runs on 4 hits with 4 strikeouts over 5 innings of work, not factoring in the decision. Aaron Ashby took the loss in relief to fall to 0-1 on the year. Brandon Woodruff will start here and was 9-10 with a 2.56 ERA last season. The Brewers jumped out to a 1-0 lead on Thursday afternoon at chilly Wrigley Field, but the 2021 Cy Young Award winner couldn't make it hold up, allowing 3 runs and 4 hits in 5 innings of work. Burnes was not involved in the decision, however, as the Brewers were able to tie the game up in the top of the 7th inning. After winning the NL Central last season with 95 victories, the Brewers will hope to be even better this year. They feature an elite rotation that stacks up as well as any in baseball and should keep them around in most games. Last season the Brewers ranked 3rd in team ERA with a 3.50 combined mark. The club ranked 1st in the league in strikeouts, and Brewers starters ranked 3rd in quality starts. While reigning Cy Young winner Corbin Burnes gets a lot of the accolades, Brandon Woodruff is a massive part of the team's success as well. Milwaukee also has some big arms out in the bullpen, with Devin Williams and Josh Hader locking down the late innings. I get why you'd look the way of the Cubs here after the Cubbies looked really good in the opener. However, the Brewers had the momentum late before falling short, and Brandon Woodruff, despite not being a pitcher that goes late into games, has solid stuff and is really good at limiting damage. I think the Cubs will struggle at the dish in the rematch, and Justin Steele is going to be in some rough shape here. Give me the Brew Crew. And our second pick is under the total, and here is why. The Chicago Cubs will look to pull off a second straight upset after their win over the Brewers on Thursday. Nico Horner had a 2-run home run, while Ian Happ had 3 hits with a pair of doubles and 2 RBIs. Patrick Wisdom had an RBI of his own to cap off the scoring for the Cubs in the win. Jason Hayward had a pair of hits and Clint Hayward added a double of his own, while Seiya Suzuki chipped in a base hit as well to finish off Chicago's offense as a team in the win. Kyle Hendricks allowed 1 run on 5 hits while striking out 7 over 5.1 innings of work, not factoring in the decision. Chris Martin got the win in relief to improve to 1-0, while David Robertson closed out the 9th for his first save. Justin Steele will start here and was 4-4 with a 4.26 ERA last season. The Cubs got their 2022 season off on the right foot with a 5-4 win over the defending NL Central Division champion Brewers. Starting pitcher Kyle Hendricks, making his 3rd straight opening day start, set the tone by pitching into the 6th inning while allowing just 1 run and 3 hits in 5 1/3 innings. He also struck out 7. It was a good sign for both Hendricks and the Cubs after the right-hander had a career-high 4.77 ERA in 2021. Ian Happ led the way at the plate with 3 hits, including 2 doubles, one of which broke open a tie in the 7th inning and led the Cubs to victory. Shortstop Nico Horner drilled the first home run in the major leagues this season as everything came up roses for the Cubbies. Even the newcomer, Japanese import Seiya Suzuki, had a good start. Suzuki reached base 3 times and scored a run in his first major league game. He singled and walked twice in a good start for the Cubs' largest offseason investment. The 2022 Chicago Cubs are not the squad we have grown accustomed to seeing over the past several seasons, with big names like Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, and Javier Baez no longer in the mix. The Cubs hit the reset button at the trade deadline last season, launching a full-scale rebuild. They still feature some exciting young talent including Nick Madrigal, Ian Happ, and Wilson Contreras. The Cubs ranked 21st in scoring a season ago. Toronto Blue Jays vs Texas Rangers. Our first pick is Toronto Blue Jays -1.5. And here is why. The Texas Rangers have to be sick right now after getting off to a 7-0 lead and still end up on the losing side. The Rangers got outscored 7-1 since the 5th inning and had a holistic collapse. The Rangers look to avoid back-to-back 0-2 starts to a season. Mitch Garver leads the Rangers with 2 hits and 2 RBI, while Nathaniel Lowe and Corey Seager have combined for 4 hits and 2 RBI. Dane Dunning gets the ball, and he was 5-10 with a 4.51 ERA and 114 strikeouts last season. Dunning is 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA and 12 strikeouts in his career against the Blue Jays. The addition of Corey Seager and Marcus Semien along with Cole Calhoun has given the Texas Rangers a difficult lineup to hold in check. Texas scored more runs than any other team in the majors during the just completed spring training. Last season Semien hit 45 home runs and knocked in 102 runs for Toronto, and Seager has been an all-star twice and averaged .295 at the plate in 6 of 7 seasons as a Dodger. Texas added a solid presence behind the plate Mitch Garver and will receive strong production from outfielder Adolis Garcia as well as from first baseman Nathaniel Lowe. Let's face it, we saw arguably the worst possible start on the mound for Toronto in the opener, but their bats still managed to rally the team to a victory. The Blue Jays posted double-digit runs even after getting blanked in the opening 3 frames and finding themselves down a touchdown on the scoreboard. That's the kind of danger that the Blue Jays present to opposing teams this season. Texas isn't a team that has the pitching depth to survive high-scoring affairs like we saw Friday night, and that is going to be a problem that rears its head more than once this season. Gausman turns in a better outing than we saw from Barrios, and that gives Toronto's bullpen a bit of a breather as the Blue Jays run their mark to 2-0 on the year. And our second pick is over 9. And here is why. DraftKings bonus offer: the Toronto Blue Jays had the biggest opening day comeback in 70 years, erasing a 7-run deficit to get the job done. The Blue Jays scored a combined 7 runs in the 4th and 5th innings. The Blue Jays look for their first 2-0 start since 2016. Bo Bichette leads the Blue Jays with 2 hits, while Vladimir Guerrero and Danny Jansen have combined for 4 hits and 3 RBI. Kevin Gausman gets the ball, and he was 14-6 with a 2.81 ERA and 227 strikeouts last season. Gausman is 3-2 with a 2.83 ERA and 38 strikeouts in his career against the Rangers. The Toronto Blue Jays will be tough to get at with such a strong lineup at the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is coming off a season of 48 home runs and 111 RBIs. However, Guerrero Jr. is not the force at the plate for Toronto. Bo Bichette is coming off a season of 29 home runs and 102 RBIs, while Teoscar Hernandez hit 32 home runs and had 116 RBIs. Left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. cannot be overlooked coming off a season with 21 home runs and 84 RBIs. Although George Springer played only 78 games last season, the center fielder hit 22 home runs. Toronto has 5 players in the lineup that hit 21 or more home runs in 2021. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.